300 kilometers north of Yellowknife, in the Canadian Northwest Territories, on pristine Lac de Gras, something remarkable has emerged from the Arctic Barrens. Diavik. Here, every challenge is magnified by the extraordinary remoteness, the extreme climate, and the very nature of the work, demanding and dangerous in one of the world's most hostile environments. This is no place for amateurs. There are no second chances. So when it comes to worker training, especially safety training, the stakes and the hurdles are high. Diavik had to deliver training that would protect not only the workers, but the owners as well. The Rio Tinto standards for policies and practices had to be met, as did the stringent demands of the various regulators, government agencies, and community stakeholders. Unique challenges call for unique solutions.
First thing you have to do with anything in adult education is make it a comfortable setting for people, that they're not embarrassed by what they don't know, and that is the key to all adult learning.
Hello, and welcome to the Diavik Diamond Mine at Lac de Gras. Now that you've arrived safely and passed through security, the first job you have to accomplish...
In July 2004, the Diavik Safety Training System, DSTS, was installed at the mine site, as well as at the Yellowknife office. DSTS provides workers with a comprehensive orientation to safety and the environment. This online e-learning tool was a proven solution.
Well, the precursor to DSTS was CSTS, the Construction Safety Training System. And for that product, we were able to pioneer an approach to e-learning that was specifically designed for frontline workers with the issues that they have that can be low literacy or English second language. And it really worked. The Workers' Compensation Board did a study of 15,000 of the people we trained in that system, and they were able to show a 69% reduction in accident rates among those workers.
Well, I think the important thing was that we take the lessons we learned in developing the construction industry safety training system and apply those, make them more effective, take the lessons we've learned, make them more effective for the Diavik safety training system using the best technology and the most advanced e-learning system available, and deploy that so that we can literally train people anytime, any place, anywhere in the world.
The system works, and here are some of the reasons it does. DSTS makes extensive use of video shot on site at the Diavik mine to convey the key safety messages. Video simulates the real world and impacts emotions in a much more powerful way than static media.
One of the most exciting things is it features a lot of our Diavik employees, and I think it's rewarding for people to either see themselves or to see their colleagues and their peers on the screen in front of them.
People retain information better when the learning environment is multisensory. Workers using DSTS are able to see, hear, read, and even touch. Confucius said, "I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand." DSTS uses this ancient wisdom by providing workers with opportunities to interact and receive immediate feedback.
Studies have shown that when a learner doesn't put into practice right away what they've learned, they lose it. It's not retained. And so what DSTS tries to do is engage the learner right off the bat. As soon as they learn something, they put it into practice through interactivity. And ultimately, that increases their retention.
E-learning can be particularly effective for frontline workers because the classroom, for most of them, has never been a particularly pleasant experience. So, we take them to the workplace and we put them in a classroom, and it doesn't work for them. If we give them an individual learning experience where they can choose their own learning style, wonderful things can happen.
An important feature of DSTS is the revolutionary reading engine. Workers who have difficulty reading can click on any of the words that appear on any screen, and those words will be read aloud.
In all of these places.
One of our challenges at Diavik is that we have quite a lot of diversity in terms of the literacy levels that our people come to work with.
If the person can't understand the word, doesn't have the vocabulary, or can't read the sentence, they can click on that line. And the message is actually read to them. I think it's a phenomenal piece of technology.
When it comes to safety training, a score of 80% is simply not good enough. That missing 20% can cause injury, death, and millions of dollars.
Looks like you need a little rescuing. Why don't you study up and try this one again?
DSTS is based on a philosophy of mastery learning. Workers must score 100% on each of the 10 modules. DSTS contains a sophisticated user management system that provides the company with a flexible database of the individual and aggregate training records.
When you've got a site of over 700 people, to keep track of all the training and all the levels of competency for people to move through and do the refresher training on an annual basis, you need a strong system such as the databases provide in today's world.
And it provides the records that we need to make sure that we can prove that our people have the training they need to work safely on the job. And the managers like it because they're able to get a printout of who is up to date in their training and who may need to get their training done in a timely fashion.
The user management system also exchanges this data with Diavic's enterprise-wide software for complete data integrity. Most importantly, DSTS is working. The intuitive design makes it easy to use, even for workers with very limited computer backgrounds.
So far, people are taking anywhere between maybe 2 to 4 hours to complete the training, whereas before it could be anywhere from 5 to 8 hours.
Workers enjoy the learning experience and leave with the right attitude and knowledge to get the job done safely. DSTS, the Diavic Safety Training System. E-learning for the front line.